if I may. Duncan, here at least, you have not been treating the additional case, and I wonder whether you have thought about it. In my 1965 measurements of binocular brightness, you get an attenuation of the other eye if you put a contour in this eye, right? Now, I wonder whether that is also happening for loudness. So, for instance, what if in one ear you give a slightly vibrating loudness and combine it with another? Do you get attenuation of the same kind? And if you get it, how do you handle that mathematically?
Well, the theory does not encompass that, obviously. And I don't know whether you get it. We have not done the experiments to look at it.
Yeah. Okay, so forthcoming, maybe. Hopefully.
Do you have anything?
Well, let me, you reminded me something. I'll make a light remark, Duncan, but historically interesting. Duncan's animadversions about averaging remind me of a famous conversation I had, must be now at least 50 years ago, with B.F. Skinner. Many of you know Skinner now as a famous early behaviorist. And probably his best student was somebody I worked with that I know well and that Duncan knew well, and many of you know, was Bill Estes. And in this conversation, Skinner said, I have great respect for Bill Estes, but he's really moving in the wrong direction in all of his current work. He is not concerned with studying just the individual, but averaging across individuals. And that's a dreadful mistake in terms of the research. And I thought Duncan would resonate. Not that he was, nor am I, neither one of us will be an uninhibited admirer of Skinner. Skinner had virtues, but he also had faults that are rather obvious.
He didn't like formal theory.
He didn't like formal theory, right. But I thought I couldn't resist that remark of so long ago, that one respect in which they occurred. I do want to say one other remark about Duncan. I mean, Duncan, of course, and I have worked over many years. I want to make two remarks. The first one he remarked, he was nice to me. He had this famous red book for the individual choice behavior. And I thought that his formulation of the axioms were mistaken in relation to conditional probability. And of course, I got very vigorous in my arguments about that. And we argued long enough till I was finally persuaded Duncan was right. And I still remember that very distinctly. And the second thing is, what?
A rare event.
No, I make many mistakes. The second thing is that I think of all the people working in measurement, including myself in this remark certainly, Duncan is the one who has sustained and continued this tradition, as remarking on his current work and just in the last few years, exactly in this continuing psychophysics tradition. And he's really, and one would like to say he exemplifies the virtues of S.S. Stevens, who many of you don't know, but was a famous psychologist in this direction, but he's actually much better than Stevens and is doing beautiful work now.